20 years after the end of the Bougainville conflict, a peace process continues behind the scenes. For the people, the search for reconciliation and lasting peace continues as the Autonomous Region prepares for a referendum on October 12. The referendum is when the people will be given the option to vote for greater autonomy or independence and chart a new beginning for the region. The road to referendum in 2019 has not been easy. The people are still dealing with scars of the conflict. A civil war that began in 1988 when Francis Honor raised an armed militia, the Bougainville Revolution Army, and fought against the PNG Defense Force. Lives were lost on both sides. Caught up in the middle of the conflict were the people. Records indicate that between 15,000 and 20,000 people died during and also after the conflict. The BRA fought to take control of the Panguna mine, one of the biggest copper mines in the world at its time of operation. The sentiments felt then were that the mine was generating enormous wealth, which was not equally shared for the benefit of Bougainville.
The man PNG blamed for starting the struggle appeared relaxed as he spoke in this first local television pictures captured at his Panguna village.
The longing to end the 10-year conflict began with a ceasefire in 1990. This was followed by peace talks, culminating in the Bougainville Peace Agreement of 1998. A year after the Sandline affair. In 2005, an act of parliament paved way for the establishment of the Autonomous Bougainville Government, or the ABG. There are ongoing engagements between leaders, past and present, for weapons disposal and reconciliation. Papua New Guinea and other stakeholders, including the United Nations, are working behind the scenes to ensure the countdown to the October referendum is smooth. One office set up recently to carry out strategic activities on the referendum is the Bougainville Referendum Commission, an independent body whose function is self-determining in consultation with the PNG government and the Autonomous Government of Bougainville. It is headed by Betty Ahen, a former Prime Minister of Ireland appointed by both governments. The national government has committed 30 million kina and 2 million kina from the ABG to carry out its activities.
The BRC is currently engaged in enrollment and broadly in preparations for a start of polling on October 12th. The BRC is committed to delivering the referendum starting October 12th. Having said that, the BRC is facing several challenges that are currently impeding its work, and it's degrading its capability in delivering on its mandate. One of these is funding.
Priority on the BRC list is to raise awareness on the referendum role, to get eligible voters registered before the issue of reached in August, and polling to commence on October 12th.
We are, as I said, conducting phase 1 of enrollment, which is largely a desk-based exercise comparing the electoral rolls from the 2015 ABG general elections against community government records. This will culminate in a data entry exercise, which will generate the working roll to be used in phase 2 enrollment. Phase 2 is the active face-to-face enrollment. Thereafter, after phase 2, there will be a intensive exhibition and challenges period in which the provisional roll, will be displayed throughout Bougainville for people to check that they are enrolled.
ABG President John Momis is also optimistic about the future of Bougainville and is urging both the ABG and the national government to assist the work of the Bougainville Referendum Commission.
The outcome will have to be an outcome that Papua New Guinea must like, now Bougainville must like him. So the two governments My message to the rest of Papua New Guinea is that we must have peace, and referendum is not going to cause trouble, as somebody said about Momis. The referendum and Momis we can't bring him trouble. No, referendum is an answer to a trouble.
For the first time, the hardline Mekamui faction, a stronghold of the BRA, is coming to the negotiating table. In a recent meeting, former combatants gave their assurance that they will be part of the peace process.
So I'm all on process already come now. Will keep up in fight now? You may come up with some fight man. You may peace loving people here. Bougainville. So now, catwalk here. Arms catwalk. Some fight and finish. Bougainville am peaceful island. Na am people am all mamplom peace. Loving one brother pla. Na Papua New Guinea too. Am country leumi too ya. Am all brothers leumi.
For the people, the events of the past are still a reminder of the tragedies, but their desires for lasting peace by peaceful means. Reconciliation aimed at bringing peace for Bougainvilleans and Papua New Guineans is planned for June 15th. But in the meantime, they want awareness on the referendum to reach a wider audience.
Me no work film impact lo this awareness because we really need him. This awareness must take place inside the area. Prepare him all man, or can make him right decision long choose and tapa. Because this is something I'm very critical. Pam to kasi past time only been trying struggle lo go inside lo kasi independence outside lo law. But now since I'm go inside finish lo law, and very important also all man only must make him wise decision lo this la two option where me stop and tap long. Referendum.
People need to understand him how by me vote now this time. Suppose you don't know vote good.
By me play it, he can stop good. Now look out him island blow me play. Blow me yet. Me looking more same. Suppose me play this referendum. I mean independent, and by helping me play lo here lo Bougainville.
Despite delays in funding, the people themselves say they are ready to do what they can to ensure the referendum is carried out on October 12th. Whatever the outcome may be for the island where the sun rises, there is still more to be done in the transition period. And for the people, their desire for peace by peaceful means will always be at the back of their minds and implanted firmly in their resolve.